And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we are back here at the Gameville Ballpark. This is your Advocatus 38 above division. We are now on the PEP season, presented to you by Sports Plus PH, Sam's, and powered by Kings of the Court. Coach John Hapus will be your commentator analyst for this ball game. As we take a look at the first five of the white shirt, the PUPOgi, we have number 7, Bangoy, number 51, that's Sampang, 99, Galauriano, or Galaurin, a missed layup on the first possession for Habeas Hoopers. Here's a pull-up jumper and it's good. Galauran. Here's a pull-up jumper using that glass, a basket for number 15, Morales. Sampang. Almost a turnover. Last touch will be called on number 46, Tabliso. Galauran, Bangoy, Sampang, Santillan, and Villanueva for the PUPOgi, and a traveling will be called. Turnover for PUPOgi. Villavicencio. Gutierrez with the ball. Villavicencio to the right side. Here's Gutierrez for 3. Bang! Gutierrez with a big 3. Sampang partially blocked there. A save. Pull-up jumper short. And Sampang will convert on that basket. Codilla. Ball will be tapped by Bansoy. It will remain with the Habeas Hoopers. Seeing only 8 players for PUPOgi. Santillan to Sampang. Sampang with a pull-up jumper. J.R. Sampang. Here's Codilla. Tabliso on the drive. Tabliso. He will be held by Villanueva. First personal for Villanueva. So this is going to be 2 free throws for number 46, Tabliso. Habeas have Tabliso, Gutierrez, Morales, Codilla, and Villavicencio. Pull-up jumper, corner, Sampang, JR with another basket. Santillan will be called for that foul. Tabliso. Morales. Villavicencio for 3. He will miss. Rebound. Lead pass. Count almost a steal. Sampang again getting that good pass from Santillan and J.R. Sampang. 6 straight points in the last 3 possessions. Here's Villavicencio with the basketball. A drive to the baseline. Pull-up jumper. Overshoots that one. And that will be the second foul of Villanueva.
Follow number 5, Rico Villanueva second.
And Villanueva will be replaced here by Rueda. John Tablizo shooting 2. Sulit checking in, giving a rest to Sampang, who has a great game. Tablizo, lead pass to Codilla. Codilla, pull up, and he will get that ball inside the hoop. 10-9, PUPOgi leading by 1. Bangoy pulls up a 3. Rebound, Villavicencio, lead pass to Codilla. Codilla on the pass break, loses that ball, and he will kick that ball. Turnover. Sulit using that glass, another try, and he will convert on the second try. Back to a 3-point lead for PUPOgi. Morales forcing that one, looking for a foul. Here's a pass break. Galaran with that layup, and a timeout will be called by Habeas Supers. We will be coming back after a short break. As we come back to the ball game, Bernardo. There's a basket for Habeas Supers. Moreno. The Black Shirts attacking. And that layup by Cajon, he will be fouled. He will shoot 2 free throws. Cajon missing free throws. Ortega keeps that ball alive. Here's Cajon. Bernardo pulls up a 3, too strong. Offensive rebound, Paradan with a putback, but he will also miss. Rebound by Moreno. Moreno. To Rueda. Gives it to Bansoy, or Bangoy. Pull up. A miss there by PUPOgi. Bernardo with that rebound. Lead pass. Cajon to block. Last touch will be with the BS Hoopers. Moreno now. 3-28. PUPOgi leading by 3. Rueda to the corner. Galauran. He will travel. as he will take that extra step to evade the defense of Habeas Hoopers. Kahayon. Paradan. Swings it to Perez. Perez. Back to Paradan for three. Good line, but short on that shot. Here's Bangoy to Moreno. Back to Bangoy. Bangoy fading away, missing that shot. Bernardo. Stepping on that gas, gives it to Cajon. Perez. In and out. Kahayon will lose that leather. Rueda secures that ball. Here's Galauran. Pulls up on the 15. Nothing but net. John Galauran. Perez. Bernardo. Kahayon. Layup. Too strong. Bangoy with the rebound. Here's John. John Galauran at the same spot. This time on the elbow. Same result. And they now lead by 7. 18-11. Kahayon to the right side. Here's Bernardo. He will be hacked by Moreno.
Substitution foul on number 24. Eric Moreno is first.
First foul on Eric Moreno. Bernardo shooting 2. Making the first. Moreno. Eric. Eric attacking. Eric hangs in the air. He missed. Ortega with the rebound. Parada now. Parada straight to the hoop. Use that glass and scores a 2. JR Sampang gives it to Sulit. Sulit. Slowing down a bit. Missing that jumper. Paradan to Perez. Perez layup. Short on that shot. That ball will hit the leg of Bernardo. Less than a minute remaining. Sampang. Sulit. Too strong on that shot. Ortega now with the ball. Bringing it down for Habeas Supers. Ortega to Kahayon. Here's Bernardo. Thinking 3. Bernardo too strong. Sulit with the rebound. JR Sampang stepping on the gas. 3-on-1. Santillan back to Sampang. Sampang blocked by Ortega. 13 seconds on the shot clock with 22 remaining sa ating first quarter. Here's Paradan. Paradan all alone on that pass break. Carl Paradan will score. And Santillan will miss that shot. 3 seconds remaining. Bernardo. Buzzer beater. Hallelujah. Shot almost. And at the end of the first quarter, our score 18-16. Let's see some highlights of the first quarter before we came back. As we go back to the ball game, a 2-point lead by PUPOgi. Bangoy with the inbound. And pull-up jumper. A whistled foul.
Michael will bounce first.
Gutierrez going for his second three in this ball game. He will miss. That ball was stopped. Galauran misses. Mabalot. Gutierrez. Mabalot. Pull up. Miss. And Galauran shot is short. 4-point lead by PUPOgi. Mabalot getting a double pick. And a jumper. Kanaluan, Henry. Kanaluan with that baseline jumper, cutting the lead to 2. Pull up at the 3, a miss by Bangoy. Great save. Bangoy again, baseline jumper miss. Lampa winning that rebound. Running shot, also miss. Mendoza with the ball. Mabalot. Gutierrez getting that low pass and scores on the layup. Game is tied at 20. 7:45 remaining. John Galauran misses. 9 players now for the white shirt for PUPOgi. While 14 players are reporting for Habeas. Good pick, a miss. Here's a 2-on-1 situation. Galauran is just too much. Chan Galauran for the defense of Habeas Hoopers. Mabalot. Here's Canal on the post. Gutierrez. And he will lose that ball. Just a 2-point lead. Bangoy. Here's Lampa for 3, way up to the left. Offensive rebound. Sampang JR misses. And that ball will go out of bounds in favor of Habeas Hoopers. Mabalot. On the post, Gutierrez muscles his way, and a holding foul will be called against number 7. Gutierrez shooting 2. Gutierrez, he will travel. as Pangoy. Good defense. JR Sampang faking. Lampa. Back to Sampang. Sampang. Weak side. Kalauran on the other side misses. JR Sampang recovers that loose ball. Battle for the rebound. Last touch will be on Habeas Hoopers. As Canal. Platoon substitution here. Mabalot. Mabalot, pull up, miss. And there will be a pushing foul on the rebound.
Pushing foul on number 51. J.R. Sampang is first substitution.
Here Sampang will be called for his first personal. Lampa will be replaced by Santillan. Gutierrez escapes the defense and scores a 2. Tied at 22. Bangoy will beat that backcourt violation. JR Sampang. Back to Bangoy. Bangoy for 3. Short. Long rebound. Nobody's there to get that ball.
Jump shooting for Rico Villanueva.
Sulit checks in for Villanueva. As Ortega also checks back in. Here's Mabalot. Villavicencio. Morales, pull up miss. Ortega keeps that ball alive for Habeas Supers. Here's the 3. Too strong for Tabliso. Mabalot attacks that baseline. Oh, what a pass by Tabliso. As Morales will score on that jumper. As Habeas Supers now takes back the lead, or have taken the lead. We have a timeout from PUPOgi, but first, here are the highlights of that great pass, and we'll be coming back. As we come back to the ball game, Moreno. Santillan. Bansoy. Or Bangoy missing that pull-up jumper. Here are the black shirt. Morales attacking the defense tuloy-tuloy, and an offensive foul will be called on Morales. And that ball rests on the hand of Eric Moreno, and he will be called for a dribbling violation.
Seconds to shoot.
14 to shoot, 3 and 5 remaining. Mabalot. Villavicencio from the 4-point line. He will miss that one.
Substitution.
Paradan checking back in for Mabalot. Here are the PUPOgi leading by 2 at the end of the first quarter. Now they trail by 2 as this become a low-scoring quarter. No teams have passed the double digit yet. And there will be an 8 seconds backcourt violation.
Seconds shoot.
14 to shoot for Habeas. Villa Vicencio on the same spot. Still, same result. No basket. And here's Eric Moreno. Eric Moreno attacks. And that will be a blocking foul as Tablizo, a bit late on the positioning, tries to get that driving lane, but he came late.
At the line shooting 2, Eric Moreno.
Eric Moreno will be shooting 2 free throws. He makes the first. He can tie this ball game if he can make it 2 out of 2. And he did. Back to square one with a minute and 47 remaining here in the second quarter. Carl Paradan running short. He gets his own miss. Rueda with the defense. Here's the swing of that basketball. And good backs out by Rueda. And the ball will stay with the black shirt. As that hassle coming from Ortega. Ortega blocked by Sulit. Galauran setting up Moreno. Moreno will miss. Galauran with a putback and he will score. Lead has been regained by PUPOgi. Another long bomb. And Villa Vicencio. Medyo malayo yung binibitawan, ano? Range is too far. Here's Galauran. Galauran turns. Open look. Sulit. Bang! John Sulit with a 3. Coming from John Galauran. Tablizo. Carl Paradan. Tablizo. Villa Vicencio. Another try. Short again. Galauran with a rebound. 16 to shoot. 3 on 1. Galauran pull up. Misses. Tablizo secures the ball. Here's Ortega. Enough time to make a basket. Good pass. Waiting for that ball is Morales. And we will end the first half with a 3-point lead by PUPOgi, 29-26. And let's see the highlights of the first half. PUPOgi, and you're still watching the Advocatus League Season 5, 38 above division. And another mystery for Habeas Supers. And let's take a look at some stats. Both teams are not shooting very well as they are not going above 35%. The PUPOgi or a PUPOgi is 12 out of 36 for a 33.3 on the field goals. While Habeas Corpus is 11 out of 38 for 28.9. And PUP as 4 out of 4 sa free throws with 100%. While 3 out of 10 ang Habeas Supers with 30%. While on the points of turnover, Habeas Corpus or Habeas Supers have scored 9 points against 4 for PUP. But that second chance or the pass break points, PUP or PUPOgi, ayan, PUPOgi, PUP is leading on the pass break with 8-2. Turnovers, both have uneven Steven rebounds at 27, but the turnovers medyo dikit din with 8 and 6. At punta natin ang ating mga leading scorer. Jan Galauran with 14, followed by JR Sampang with 8 and 5 coming from Jam Sulit. While for the Habeas Supers, their leading scorer right now is Generic Humphrey Valero Morales with 8. 6 points from Carl Patrick Parawan. And 5 points coming from Herland Bernardo Gutierrez. 31-28. A block from behind. Good defense by number 28, Philip Codilla. Lead pass by Mabalot. Kahayon back to Mabalot. Mabalot partially blocked from behind. Here are PUPOgi. Codilla. That ball will be tapped from behind. 17 seconds on the shot clock for Habeas Supers. And that corner three will miss by the black shirt. Here's Sampang. Pull-up jumper is good for Rico Villanueva. Rico Villanueva adding some more points, getting a bumper of lead, 33-28. Kahayon. Kahayon. Missing that jumper. Battle for the rebound. And Lampa. Rex secures that ladder. Here's Villanueva. Bangoy to the cutting Jan Galauran with that reverse finger roll. Enough spin to kiss on the glass and scoring another 2. That will be the 10th point. Or that will be the 16th point for Jan Galauran. He's the leading scorer for both teams. Here's a 3. Gutierrez misses. And turnover. Sampang. 3 on 2. Sampang to Galauran. Good fake. Pull-up jumper and another 2. And with a 9-point lead by PUPOgi, a timeout will be called by Habeas Hoopers as we take a look at some highlights on that last play. Back to the ball game. The PUPOgi. PUPOgi. Yun. PUPOgi. May extra P pala talaga sila. So the PUPOgi are leading now by 9. Trying to pull away. Bernardo. Ortega with the reverse. And last touch will be for of the Habeas Hoopers. I was always thinking of that Habeas Corpus case. And of course, this is the a basketball league, specifically for the people in our judicial system. And Sampang with another basket. He is now also in double figure. And they now lead by double figure, 11 to be exact. And another miss. Mendoza with that putback. Larry Jack. What a name, Larry Jack. Jan Galauran on the layup and scores another 2. Jan Galauran having the best game for this afternoon. Here's another pull-up jumper this time. Basket will be good for Philip Brian Codilla. And a timeout will be called by PUPOgi. Will be coming back. As we are coming back to this ball game. And that will be another dribbling violation. And a steal, Eric Moreno. Eric attacking, setting up Sampang at the baseline. He will miss. And that ball will go out of bounds. Morales will miss. Pierre Sampang will be called for a foul. And Moreno or Ortega is a jumper, short. Mabalot, one more try, too strong, battle for the rebound. Moreno will be called for the last touch. 14 on the shot clock. There's a 3-point basket coming from Tabliso. And Jamsulit will score on the baseline.
Foul on number 16. Jamsulit is first.
Jamsulit will be called for a foul. 2 free throws for Humphrey Morales.
Foul on number 14. Michael Mabalot second.
Traveling. Turnover. Tabliso stops and pops on the 3. Way up. To the left side. And J.R. Sampang scores another layup here. Corner jumper is good for Michael Mabalot. Sampang again, pull up. And he makes another good, another basket. 47-38, still a 9-point lead. A whistled foul.
Foul on number 62. Jay Lueto is first. Right direction.
Morales.
Jamsulit second.
Speciality. 47-39, still an 8-point lead with 3.1 seconds remaining. Santillan, Moreno will lose the leather and we will end this quarter with our score. PUPOgi leading by 8, 47-39 for your Habeas Supers. We will be coming back, but first, let's see the highlights of the third quarter. As we go back to the ball game, 47-39. PUPOgi leading by 8. And you are still watching the Advocatus League Season 5 38 above division. Live here at the Gameville Ballpark in Mandaluyong City. Coach Jan Hapos still giving you the live action here at the venue. And of course, this Advocatus Season 5 is presented to you by Sports Plus PH, Sam's, and powered by Kings of the Court. Turned over for PUPOgi. Four-point play, four-point shot, miss. And that will be a turnover as that ball was trapped on his hips. Ortega. Here's Parawan. Correcting myself earlier. It's Parawan, Perez. Entry pass, Ortega, blocked by Jamsulit. And that will be a shot clock violation for Habeas Hoopers. Villanueva. Sampang misses. Parawan. And a foul, a pushing foul will be called on John Galauran. And of course, this is your 38 above division, while on the court 1, we are on the court 2. Or we are on the court 1 for the 38 above division of this Advocatus League Season 5. On the court 2, we have the 38 and below division. Still an 8-point lead. No movement on the score. Let's take a look at the quarter score of each quarter for the latecomers. PUP scoring 18 on the first, adding 11 on the second, ending it at 29, and scoring 18 on the third quarter to finish the quarter with 47. While the Habeas Hoopers scored 16 on the first, ending at 10 in the second to finish at 11 at the half, but only scored 13 in the third quarter. That's why they are trailing by 8. But there is a 3-point basket coming from John Ivan Tablizo to cut that lead to just 6. Jamsulit gives it to Villanueva. Rico scores. If you're saying Rico Villanueva, you're gonna think about that 6'6" guy from Ateneo who played for Red Bull. But that one is Enrico. And shot clock will expire for PUP. Great defense coming from Habeas Hoopers. With 7 minutes remaining, just a 6-point lead. Still anybody's ball game at this moment. Mabalot to the cutting Kahayon. He will miss. Jan Galauran rushing up, gives it to Sampang. Sampang, good trail job on that pass break. And scoring a 2 from that pass of Galauran. Here's Mabalot. Michael. Bounce pass to Kahayon. Tablizo. John Ivan will shoot another 3. Short this time. Galauran. Here's Sampang. Sampang will go straight to the hoops and scores another 2. And the lead is back to 10. 51-41. Here's a kick out. Michael Mabalot. Corner 3. Oh, it's just a long 2. Just a long 2 for Michael Mabalot. Rico Villanueva saving that ball. Goes to the hands of Bangoy. Ireneo Bangoy. Setting up Jamsulit. Jamsulit will miss that 3. Albertson, Kahayon. That pass to Bernardo will bounce. Bernardo trap. And that ball will go out of bounds. And we have a timeout from PUPOgi. And let's see some highlights on that last play as we are going on a timeout. All right, as we come back to the ball game, an 8-point lead, 51-43, PUPOgi. Try to milk some clock here. They have some luxury, but the game is not yet over. Still a long way to go. Eternity of basketball with 5 minutes remaining in the sport. Here's Kahayon. Too strong. Tapi ka ng bola. Goes to the white shirt. And lucky break as Gutierrez gets that long rebound. Here's a three. Missed by Bernardo. Michael Mabalot gets that offensive rebound. Gutierrez open at the three. He knows he will miss. Follows that shot. But he cannot save that ball from the sideline. Ireneo gives it to John. John running shot short. John saving that ball. Eric Moreno. Sampang. Back to Ireneo. Jamsulit is open at the three. Jan Galauran turning. Eric Moreno. Too strong on that shot. Albertson Kahayon all alone for that layup. And he will miss the shot. Jumper short for Sampang. And JL Sampang will be called for his third personal foul in this ball game. They have 2 team fouls. 3:45 remaining. Michael Mabalot crossing that ball with the clock not winding down. Gutierrez. There will be a foul. Oh, this is bad news. This is going to be a bad news for the PUPOgi as Sampang will get his 4th personal foul. He's just 1 foul shy away. Jan Galauran fading away short. Maybe forcing too much on that shot. Mabalot to Gutierrez. Gives it to Kahayon. Albertson. Bernardo. Swings to the corner. Miscommunication for Habeas Hoopers. As Paulo will be replaced. And coming up next, our third game for the day. For the 38 under, 38 above division, the IBP Bulacan going up against EP Warriors. If I'm not mistaken, these 2 teams have encountered on the last season finals. Kung di ako nagkakamali, ha? If my memory reserves me right. And there's a jumper. Michael Mabalot not giving up. They just trail by 6. As we are now coming into the twilight zone. Jan Galauran misses Moreno and rebound by Morales. Here's Michael Mabalot, 4-on-2. Morales, Tablizo, entry pass, Kahayon. Overpassing on the side of Habeas Hoopers. Good intention but too much passing that time. Tablizo missing, and the last 2 minutes has been announced. Here's Sampang, JR. Kicks it out to John Galauran. Ireneo Bangoy holding on to that ball. 9 to shoot. Ireneo. Jam solid. 3 to shoot. Jam, is he aware? They are not. And there will be a shot clock violation for PUPOgi. As Habeas Supers will use one of the last two timeouts, and we will be coming back here at the Gameville Ballpark for the continuation of your Advocatus League Season 5. A basket will count for Morales. Generic Morales with that basket. He will miss that 3-point chance, but they will have get back that possession. They are down by 4. Mabalot. Tabliso. Missed that one. Tabliso recovers that ball. Eric Moreno saves that basketball. Here is the pass break of the PUPOgi. Sampang from Galauran. He will miss. Rebound by Gutierrez. Here's the lead pass. Villavicencio. Driving hard. Tabliso. Corner 3. Will miss. Rebound by John Galauran. 4-point lead. And Tabliso will sacrifice a foul. That will be second foul and only the second team foul of Habeas Supers. 40 seconds remaining. John Galauran. And a holding foul will be called on Michael Mabalot. Still a foul to give before going into penalty. Galauran. Galauran will escape, but there will be a holding foul.
Foul on number 46. John Tabliso is third. Third team foul for Habeas Supers. 14 seconds to shoot.
Oh, only the third team foul. I would like to correct myself. Only the third team foul of Habeas Supers. Here's Galauran. And a hugging foul will be called against number 22, Ray John Villavicencio. The next foul will be 2 free throws. Sampang, he will be fouled. And J.R. Sampang will visit that 15-foot line.
At the line, shooting 2, J.R. Sampang.
And with that split charity, a 5-point lead by PUPOgi. A timeout will be called by Habeas Supers. They will use their last timeout. We will stay in the air. Let us see. Habeas Supers will definitely inbound that ball on the front line. For me, they don't need a 3. They just need a quick 2 here. And then try a stop. A quick stop. If they cannot get that ball, try to foul immediately. and then rush that ball. Quick two is the most important. On this possession, the most important is they make a field goal. They don't need a three yet. They just need a quick two. Doing the inbound, number 15, Humphrey Morales gives it to Michael Mabalot. Mabalot for three, short, rebound, Villavicencio for three, missing that one, long two, and Eric Moreno, he will be fouled after that miss. And Eric Moreno can seal this game if he can make both free throws. Moreno short on the purse. Eric misses that one. He gets his own miss. Chamsulit milking some clock, finding Moreno. And Moreno will travel. 5-point lead, 7.6 remaining. Mathematically possible, but time is not on the side of the black shirt. Here's Gutierrez. Long three. And that will be it. Our final score, 52-47. PUP just need to score 5 points in the fourth quarter to escape with a win. And that will be it. And coming up next, the IBP Bulacan going up against EP Warriors when we come back here at the game bill for the continuation of the Advocatus League Season 5 38 above division. Let's see the highlights of the game between the PUPOgi against Habeas Hoopers.